as well as it offers a smart filters, so that where it can be by using your keywords or something where you can search the articles. So in that which is familiar, you can select those articles and take it. So if you have your laptops or something like where you can just go to the semantic scholar in Google, you can just go and type. So just I'll give a word for everything where if you like log in into the thing, it will be very good. So or else like you can sign it. You can give green marketing. So where you can have so much of articles listed. So in this, which article you need? Fine. So if anything
Excuse me,
which is
ma'am.
related to your
Ma'am,
search,
can you share that Google window so that we can see that what you're doing over there?
okay. Once again, so.
Ma'am, I think you should stop sharing and then share the entire screen, ma'am.
Yeah, one second. One second. So, ma'am, can you see
Yes.
this?
Yes, ma'am.
So just have typed semantic scholar, I've just clicked the link and I've just gone in, and where like you can give the keywords, whatever results you want to just search, just by giving the keywords where you can get n number of articles over here. So from that, which is like you want to see on the consumer's perception on green marketing towards eco-friendly, fast-moving consumer goods. So if you it is something related to your study or something where you can click this article and you can see for the other related articles also. So where you can just, what are the references? So for this paper, what are the references given? So you can search. So you can take those papers also. And if you want, if you see that if any paper which is more related or something, so in that case where you can save that paper. So always it's better to sign in and then to use it. So always with personal ID, it will be better. Ma'am, is my screen visible now? Can you
Yes,
see?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So just the main paper, what I've taken is Consumers' Perception on Green Marketing Towards Eco-Friendly, Fast-Moving Consumer Goods. So where you can see the related papers also. So if you click the related papers or references, so what is the citation? So all these things where you can take. So whichever paper you think that it is very relevant, you can save it or you can download the PDF also. Or you can save it to the library. So you have to create a folder. So in that case, green marketing, where you can create the folder. So when you find any other article, which is also related, so here another article, factors influencing consumers. So this might be related to that. So you can just save it. So in this, you can so folder. So that you have created a folder over here. So whatever the related search or something, whichever you want, where you can just save it. So now if you are saving, you can just save it. So actually it will be appearing over here. Whatever you are saving, those things will be appearing in that folder what you have created. So whichever the related papers, you can just save it in the library. Just save and close. So when you save and close, like where your paper will be in the library, so that whenever you need, you can just open the folder and you can take whichever the paper you need, you can take those papers. So this is one tool. So the semantic scholar will references also. So it very easily, like you can get many papers in short span of time. So what are the tables? the related articles, the related papers, and whatever the reference and what are the citations, everything will be listed over here. So that whichever you need, like from reference also, if you want to collect a paper or something, so that you can just click it. You can give it as like it is somewhat similar, so that you can save it to library. You can just click save and close. So that when you click in library, if you want to view, just you can view, so that the two papers are added. So easily where you can add the papers for your review, for reference as well as your review of literature. So this is one tool. Is my screen visible now?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Your
Okay.
PPT is visible.
Yes, ma'am. So this is about the semantic scholar. So where you can search for a thing, just give the keyword and where you can get a number of papers. And after that, whichever the article you need, you can save it to the library. And whenever you want to refer it, you can refer the articles. And the next tool will be of Research Rabbit. So this is also a same thing, or you have to log in with your email. For every tools where we have to so if we sign in or log in, so that it will be easy for us to get to know all the like easily we can search and get the data. So we are also, you can go to new collections, the same. So whichever you can just search and whichever is required, you just add it. If you add some So just you can just read. So all these papers are added to the collection. Now you can see for similar works. So when you select one paper, and if you see for similar works where you can filter. So if you need only the abstract, so that this green thing, it indicates that it is more relevant, and this blue thing, like it is somewhat relevant to the thing. So if you want to see some earlier works, that also can be taken. And the later work. So with this, when you click on this, like where you can see the paper which is selected. So this is the similar work paper. So where so no PDF is given. So just we can have the information of the author and all those things. So we can search for the paper. So where you have various options, so you can explore more, and whatever like whichever paper you want to download or anything, those papers can be downloaded. So by author wise also, where you can just see, and the suggested authors. So where this person has given these two persons paper as reference. So whatever the published work, all this published work will be listed over here. So in this, which is very relevant, we can just select it. So this is one of the tool where you can get papers for your reviews. So where you can get the interactive visualization as well as explore the related literature as well as curate the research collections also. So all these things can be done to Research Rabbit. And the next tool what we are going to explore will be Elicit. So this is also one of the automated literature review tool. So where whatever the thing you need, it will be easily summarizing the relevant research articles, as well as it helps to extract the key data, and also it is a flexible template. So where you can find various research findings also. So when you see elicit, just if we give elicit in the thing, Google, just we can do. So over here also, like, you can find the papers, extract data from thing, and list of concepts is given. So we can just solar products. Just if we give the keywords, that's enough. So you can just select. This is like only 4 papers, and after that where we can relate and we can have the summary. And if we go for 8 papers or something, where we rate. So just I'm selecting 4 papers, so that when you see here the papers which is related to solar energy towards agriculture, it is listed over here. And for that, where the summary of that paper is given. So you can just select whichever paper you need, you can just select. So for example, solar energy for agriculture, this also it is somewhat related. So solar technology, implementation, application, on form. So all these papers are somewhat related to the topic which I have given. So now you have the abstract summary. So in this case where you can add the columns over here. So you already have the summaries, and if you want to have the main findings. So just if you click the column over here, in that case, you will get what are the main findings of this particular paper. And if you want to see for the methodology, so it is asking for the upgradation where we have to pay and use. So if it is enough for you just to take the paper, and you can just give the side the main findings is given, because like we have to upgrade, so that when we make the payment and when we upgrade only, where we'll be able to choose more things. So in that case, like if research, it will be useful for the research scholars where they can use one ID and they can make the payment, and where 10 or 15 students, 10 or 15 of you can use the same thing login, and they can search for more articles. So that it is in a way that where we can, whatever the thing column you need, that column you can just give. So that the summary of the paper also you have got, as well as what are the main findings in the each paper. So that it will be very useful for us. And when you see if some reference is given, so according that, if you click on that, that paper also will be shown here. Yes, ma'am. Nirupa, ma'am.
Ma'am, this illicit software can it be used to extract the data for the meta-analysis? Can we extract the data from here also, illicit software?
Ma'am, the data can be accepted, but everything what it is, like you have the other tools.
Okay.
So in tomorrow's session, where Gomti ma'am will be touching on those things, so that where from this, where you can reframe it as human eye also. So you have one tool to rephrase these data also.
Thank you, ma'am.
So where like we can we needn't have to keep on searching. So whichever the paper which is related to our study, we can take all these papers, and after later, like where you can use chat GPT and you can just whatever the format you need, you can rephrase, as well as you have another tool also, because all these things like we can have it and we can use for the references, and where we can change the wordings. And another tool is also there, so tomorrow she'll be teaching that. I don't want to touch that thing. It is just for review of literature, just we are taking the articles, so easily we can find which are the related articles, just we can pick and we can just have it for our research. So this elicit is also, it's one of the thing where you can just take the summary and then like you can rephrase it so that the AI content, it won't be showing the AI content. Because whatever the thing we are taking, from whichever AI tool we are taking the content, so it will be shown as AI generated. So this paragraph, it will be showing it as AI generated. So in that case where you have a tool, so in that tool, when you rephrase it, when you put and rephrase, so it will be of thing. So for everything, we have the pros and cons. So accordingly, we can use it. So this elicit is also one of the tool where you can find the related papers and their major findings, methodologies. So if you want to add more columns also, where you can add more columns. So you can upgrade and you can add the columns and you can find the papers which is related to your study. So this is about elicit. And the next tool will be of Mendeley. So it is of reference management as well as annotation and collaboration, as well as cross-dive synchronization also can be made. So for your citations as well as bibliography and all those things you can use, as well as the chat GPT is the base, like for if you want to have some content or something where you can get it from chat GPT, and all these things can be just put in the thing. So for example, if you search some articles in chat GPT, like you want a thing article on green marketing or something, so if you give an article on green, the prompt has to be very correct. So when we give the right prompt, you'll where the list of reference will be there. So when it gives the reference, so easily where that paper, we can just take the reference, and in any of one software where like we can put that paper name and we can search for it. So that easily you can download the paper for your review of literature. So everything just in Google Scholar, just if you give Google, just if you give the name of the thing. Already I have used so that even like you have the desktop app, so you can download the app also. So here search for and add articles to your library, the same thing. So over here, when you see in this corner, like you can see the years. So if you want the recent years papers alone, just you can click the recent years. So for past 5 years or something like that, just we can click the thing. And what are the document type? So it is of journal, generic, conference proceedings, books, book section, or it is a book. So in that case where we are selecting journal. And after that, which journal? So this journal is also listed. So if you are familiar with any of the journals or something, so in that case, we can select some 2 or 3 journals. And the author, if necessary, if you know some author or something, you can just select, or else just you can give. So in this side where the more relevant or most recent or most cited. So whichever thing you need, you can just click it. So in this also where you can add this to library. So over here, one article is added to the library. So how much ever article, so whichever you feel that it is very relevant to your topic, so just you can add it. So you have just added the articles and you can just view it in the library also. So all these articles are there. So now whichever you need, you can just select. And for this, you can create the collections or you can create it as a group. And you can just export. So you can choose whichever the option you need or like copy as. So as it is not supporting, this thing is not supporting in my laptop. So whichever software you have, so just if you just select and this will be reflected in your Microsoft Word. So over here they're using .xml. So if you need, you can download this and have it. So you can so all these things just you can export to a Word document also. So easily where you'll be finding the papers. So if you know the author or something, with the help of the author name also, you can search the papers. So this is about the Mendeley. So in this case where year, whichever year you need. So according to the thing, we can select the papers. Only in 2024, I want the papers. So just you can select the 2024 year as well as which is most relevant. So in this also where you can select it and you can add it to the library. So when you are adding it to the library, it will be becoming easy. So in library also, whichever related thing alone, you can just check it and you can have. And it is better that always to take a paper which is having higher citations. So when you see, when you click over here, the abstract is coming. So you can just read the abstract and you can know that whether it will be suitable for your study or not. So if it is suitable, you can go to library or you can view it as PDF. So that now the article is displayed. If you want to view in the PDF format also, this can be viewed. So you can easily get the articles, whichever is related, just you can pick and you can just download and save it. So this is about Mendeley. And next is lit maps. So this is also where you can find lots of papers, and it is also represents for the citations, and also like if you like give something and if you want some alert messages or something which is relevant to your research, that also will be given. And also it helps to explore the connections within the research topics. So how much like if someone has given the reference or someone has used this article as reference or something, so that you can easily cite those references also. Ma'am, is my screen visible, the lit map screen?
Ma'am, the PPT is, ma'am, the
Or
PPT.
PPT? Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am, now visible.
Yes. So just I'm giving the keyword. So that now all the articles which is related to this, it is displayed. So in this case, like the most relevant articles are there, and even like here also you can customize and you can take for like since 2024 or since 2023. So in this slide, you can take the highest cited article. So we are and if you want to explore the related articles, so this black thing, it is the main article which I have selected and which is related to that article, it is displayed over here. And you can tag it. You can just create a new tag. Just give a keyword. And you have created. So whichever you need, you have created the tag already. This we have tagged this article. Again, you want to tag this article. You can tag it in the thing, whichever you need, just you can tag. So over here, you can see this article. So if you think it is related, so just you can tag the papers, so which is related. So that whatever you have tagged, just you can check it. So over here, whichever paper you want, you can so all these things where we need the software which is supporting. So you can just download the articles as it is, as well as when you want to explore to a new lit map based on this. So it's asking for upgrade. Just we are generating based on those things, we are generating a new lit map so that more articles which is related to the study what we have selected, that will be displayed over here. So in this, which you find it is relevant, you can just tag it. Whichever you want, you can just select it and tag it. So this blue round, which is of marked in very dark blue, it is of most relevant articles which is tagged. And even this, like if you want, you can just tag. So in lit maps, it is like where whichever the related articles, that also where it will be created as a map. So from that where you can select and you can tag with the articles. So this is about lit maps, and next. So next thing will be of consensus. So if this is also evidence-based insight, as well as it is the highlight the areas of agreement, as well as it simplifies the process in finding our research article. So you can go for try for free, or you can log in. So, so over here you can just type the keyword which is required. So in this itself where it will, so whichever article you need, in this also you can just take it. So you can see the PDF and reach as I accessed from my thing. The access is denied. So all these things where it will be easy for you all to get related articles based on your study. So if you want to cite this finding, so that also can be done. Copy the text as well as put it in the semantic scholar over here. So it will be directed to semantic scholars. So in this thing, where you can save this to the library as this. Already I've done it. You can create a folder. So in this way, you can save it. So it will be directly directed to semantic scholar also. So in that library also where you can save the papers which is required. So if you want to see the related papers, you can just check out with the related papers. So whichever is most relevant, you can just select it and you can add it to the library, save it to the library. So all these are the various other tools, SciSpace, Iris AI, Ryan, Scholar C, and connected papers. So you have so much of tools to get the reviews. So easily by one click, like you can just give the keywords and whatever the related papers, and if they have cited some references also, those references papers also will be displayed. So whichever is relevant to your study, so those papers can be easily you can take it. So you can create your own libraries in that particular tool, so that whenever it is necessary for you to go for the to see the articles, so it will be very useful. So the AI tools where it simplifies our work. So whichever is related article, just take it, just pick it, and just you can do with the review of literature. So for reviews, you can just take these papers, and this can be converted into writings. And we have various AI tools for writing also, so that it will be seen in tomorrow's class, tomorrow's session. Any questions?
Thank you, Sujata ma'am, for that insightful and engaging presentation. You have enlightened us on various sources through which research articles can be collected. Okay. If any participants have any questions, please free to ask them directly or share them in the chat.
Ma'am, this is Nirupa, and one of the wonderful presentation, and I found that it will really make my work a bit easier to come across with, especially with the review of literature. Ma'am, just one questions are like, what are the limitations that we have towards the AI writing tools in understanding context specific requirements, and how can we ensure that the outputs align with our objective?
Yes, ma'am. Like for everything, we have a limitations. So where you can take the articles. So for example, like in Google also, like we'll be searching for the articles and everything, but we won't be getting so related articles.
Yeah.
So these tools where exactly it will give you the related articles, so that from the articles, so where you can take the articles and where it will be easy for you to write the literature review. And even like you can put it in the chat GPT, and if you want it to be shortened, as if you just give the paper and it will give you the review. But as of thing, like we can't take as it is, which is created by the chat GPT. So the thing is where we can reframe and remake it.
And
So
how
that,
we will evaluate and validate the reliability of this content, ma'am?
ma'am, actually where you can go and you can also search it in the thing that an IRNS, or like you are having internet and all those things. So you can just check out whether these articles are there, as well as the most related cited articles only you can find over here. So
Okay.
even like you can just give this thing journal name, and when you search it, so that you can see that whether it is relied on.
Mhm. So you're saying that most cited articles, let's say from Scopex and all, can be taken
Yeah.
for the high validity
Hi.
and
Yes,
high
ma'am.
validity. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other questions? Okay. Okay, ma'am, I think no more questions.
Okay.
We sincerely appreciate you, ma'am, for the time and effort that you've taken in sharing your valuable expertise with us. A heartfelt thanks to all our participants for their enthusiastic engagement and active participation in today's program. We hope the session was both informative and beneficial. Thank you once again, and we wish you all a wonderful day ahead. Thank you, dear ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Nirpa, ma'am. It was very nice to meet you
Same here, ma'am. Same
in
here. Same here.
online.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ma'am,
Thank-
Sujata ma'am, this is Saranya here. Very wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharanya.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your session. Very much informative and useful, ma'am.
Thank you, Pa. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
I think, ma'am, we could end the session, Nirupama.
Ma'am, I've posted the link, ma'am. This one. I have posted the feedback link, ma'am. I'm sharing with you. Please, please share into the group, ma'am. I've
Yes,
shared.
yes,
Yeah, I've shared the feedback link with you, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
It's there in the chat box. Sudhata ma'am, is it possible to share the PPT with us? Because
Yeah, sure.
so many different AI review sites are there, which I really want to. I think everybody would like to go through it and make
Yeah.
their research journey a bit easier to find the literature. Kindly please
Yes,
share your PPT with us, ma'am.
yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Sure. I'll
Yeah,
share it.
yeah. Thank you so
I'll
much, ma'am.
share it to you.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you so
Thank,
much.
thank you so much.
thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, the feedback link is shared in the chat box. You can kindly fill in the form.
Can I end the meeting? Ashana, can I end
Yeah,
the
ma'am, just a minute,
Yeah.
ma'am. The feedback form is there.
Okay.
Purnima ma'am, I think we can end the meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.